How's it going, everyone? I'm gonna cover a couple of coins today. Just my personal opinions on these investments. This is not professional by any means, so let's get started. So, right here we have Bitcoin, and there's been a lot of talk about it this week. Huge rally down from the 3,400 area up to the 6,000 new all-time highs, peaking out at almost 6,200. It's what I originally predicted that it would go to before we retrace back. I do have a feeling with this climb that's coming up that we are going to come back down to the 5,000 area to correct its price and then continue on our way up to $7,000. Next up, we have Ethereum, which a lot of us have been waiting on for it to do something besides continue to go down, but I think we're getting close to that area where Ethereum is going to reverse and possibly enter a bull run. So right now we're at this support level, which it's bouncing on it. If the bears don't get to it, we do see this coming back down all the way down to the 30,000 Satoshi area, which is where I would set in a buy alert. Normally, when Bitcoin drops in price, a lot of the value and wealth transfers onto Ethereum since it's kind of like a backup coin that people will trust in. So if people don't trust in Bitcoin, they move that to Ethereum. Saw this with last year's or earlier this year's bull run, all this, to the point where people were starting to say that Ethereum was going to take over, the flippening was going to happen, and Ethereum's market cap was going to overtake Bitcoin's. So that did not happen, got very close to happening. If that does happen this time around, we could be seeing Ethereum hit some really crazy highs. Next coin up is Litecoin. I traded this little bump up right here, but as we can see, there is a head and shoulders pattern that's showing up right here. You got the shoulder, head, shoulder. We have a support line set out right here at 83,000 Satoshi, which I feel like it is going to head towards. I think we're going to go to the $50 area before we start climbing up again, going into the three-digit numbers. Probably in the next couple 2 weeks, we could see this thing bounce and head in a new direction. Let's check out Neo. So Neo, I actually did have some coins bought in at $7, and I sold out around $50 here on this humongous rip. A lot of people were still very optimistic that Neo was going to continue to grow up in the $38 area, but I knew that that was not going to happen at all. So I waited for the breakdown, and we have change in price action, but it's still following this main trend line right here, forming a huge ascending triangle. If Neo respects these lines, this is my next entry point around the $20 area mark where I'll start buying dips in this area. If it crosses this line, I will halt on buying and possibly buy back and in this area right here. Also this area first. This is going to be our hard line, and that's in the $8 areas, which I don't think that's going to happen. I feel like it will come down to the $20 area and then reverse trend. I see it popping up a lot. Relatively new coin, but it has the founder of Ethereum as one of the directors of this coin. So that's where you could see that people might really like this coin in that area. To be honest, it's been in a downtrend, as you can see. There's no real tell if this is going to do a reversal soon, besides this decision point, which could end up, more upwards of here. That's going to take some time to find out. We'll definitely continue to cover this coin. And then last but not least is Ripple. Ripple has been very interesting. As I said before, this is one of my bigger holds on any other coin that I have. And I still have faith, so I wanted to get into it a little bit. So we had this rip to the 30 cent area, and it quickly came and went sideways again. And right before they had the Swell conference in Toronto, we had people buying in on rumors and thinking that this was going to go to the moon because of the conference, me being one of them. That didn't happen though. People started selling off with the news that started coming out. and now we're at very old lows, like a full retracement. So most people are still not interested in Ripple, but just before making this video, I saw this thing that was interesting in one of the old graphs. So this was one of the first big rips that it had, and you can see right here where we have some price go up and going sideways, and once again price go up and going sideways. This coin nearly got to its old resistance, and it doesn't look too far different besides Ripple having a little bit more volatility in this area, but that could simply be of the price action that Bitcoin has been taking and just the popularity in crypto. But besides that, we could see prices stabling out back where it broke out from. So with that in mind, I feel like it's about to do the same thing right here, where it's starting to go down in price, but you can see how it's stretched out and gone sideways. In one of these days, we could see this come back up, and we can see a full-on breakout like this again. I don't have too much of a price target besides maybe, seeing possible $1 area by next year, and then to follow that, maybe similar footsteps as Neo, where back when it was Ant shares and it was under $1, it rose up to $1, and then from $1 to $7, and $7 to 20, and from 20 to 56. I'm hoping that there will be a similar thing with Ripple. That's all I have for today. I'll keep posted. I'll try to make one video a week as of now, and depending on how these bull runs come, keep pumping out more videos. Other than that, don't overtrade, do your technical analysis, and I'll see you next week.